Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to 14 Days of Christmas, hosted by MK and Janet. And this is a photo I'll be scrapping today, and it is of my granddaughter Charlie. And I will be using that Creative Memories. I think it's called Wavy Frame, maybe. I have had it forever, like maybe 15 years, seriously, and have not used it. And I told my friend Colleen that I would use it by the end of the year. Guess what? My time's about up, so I am using it. I cut two out. I used the blue and the red cutter things so I could have a frame, and I wanted the widest frame I could get. So I used the red and the blue, and I am just gonna kind of lay them on here, kind of like a square wreath. And I went ahead and cut my mats on the photo in white and red to match. And I used my corner trumper. I believe it was 1/8 inch corners. So, and I did the photo too. I chopped it. I cropped it or whatever. Corner chomper. I chomped it. And I just remembered that stack of stuff laying to the left, so I'm showing it all to you. And I will be using bits and pieces of those. I did use the dies though. I uh, the background paper is from the Alina collection. Everything's 49 in market except for the cardstock that I used, and the background paper is from the Alina collection. It's the opposite side of that really pretty blue flower one. And then the rest is Christmas ones, Noel and Happy Holidays. And uh, I went to put that tag on there and it just looked too white, of course. So I'm looking for something to put on there, and I am going to end up putting some music notes. I'm not going to use the whole thing because part of it's going to be hid, so I cut half of it off and I'm going to save it for something else. I thought about putting it on here, but then I forgot, so I guess I'll just be saving it for something else. For my title, I used the Believe from the We Are Memory Keepers, and then I used the Mini Varsity from Memory Box. And my title looked longer on the wax paper because it was. I put two words in there twice. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And then, even with them out, my title was going to end up with one word longer on two lines. So I made it shorter. So it's Believe You Did Make Mama Happy. And Charlie, she made me happy by getting her sitting on Santa's lap. To get the kids to take photos, sometimes they'll say, "Do it for Mama. She'll want to scrapbook it." And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Like Jason this year, he wouldn't get his photo with Santa. He's only 8, but he decided he was not doing it this year. So all I have is Hope and Malachi with Santa this year. I haven't scrapped them yet, though. I'm making this cluster here, and at first I was going to have it up just a little bit higher, but I didn't want it exactly across from the photo. That cluster, I didn't want the bottoms of the clusters to go straight across, so I will be putting this cluster lower. And the truck that's in there, it had foam tape on it already because I had it for another layout and then didn't use it after all. But it worked great for this one. This is where I forgot to use my rub-ons. So I went ahead and put ink in the background of behind the truck on that tag because it's so white. And then I thought, well, I need a little more in the background on my paper too. It's a light blue and it does have mixed media looking stuff on there, words on there. Well, partial words. I don't think any of them really say much of anything, but I wanted a little bit more texture looking stuff back there. So since it was an afterthought, I just took my stamp with the Bo Bunny stamp called Terrific Textures, I think is what it's called, that Debbie gave me, and I just stamped it here and there on the layout, just to add a little more color. And I use speckled egg. I use the distress ink, not the oxide. I cut out a couple of the Sizzix wreath dies, and then I went ahead and cut them apart in advance because I knew I wouldn't want a whole circle on this. And I am just going to put it in 3 spots, well, thereabouts, around the layout. And then I had some smaller poinsettias that was on the back of, I believe, the 6x8 paper pad, and I'm going to use them on this layout except for the one that's already up there on top. It's going to be the only bigger one that I use on here. But what's neat about the collection, you have, like on the 12x12, you have a sheet that you have to fussy cut out. Well, I don't guess you have to, but of course it's there and I want to use it. And then it also has it on the 6x8. And then some of the packaging will have stuff on there too. So you get plenty of ephemera to use and to layer and to spread on your layout. I had pre-cut that little bow I put on the tag. Well, I did several layouts back. I believe today is number 9. So I've had one every day so far that I'm supposed to have one, not every day in a row, but yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Anyway, I used that bow up there at the top that is a faux bow. And so I didn't want to use any real twine on here. So I used one that I had cut out. Well, it was scraps from other things, but I could lay the bows around here and there and go ahead and cut some out. So I put a bow there, and I'm going to forget about the one that's above the photo. Well, it's not a real hole there for the tag, but I'm going to cover it up with a sequins, a larger one. And then on the one over there to the right, I'm going to forget about it. You can see it down there. It is forgotten about because I planned on using that blue ticket over the top of it. And then I decided to put the tree on, and I couldn't figure out where to put the ticket there. And I thought, well, I'll put an enamel dot or something there. Well, you can see it's still sitting there. I will have to put something on there. And that little teeny tiny poinsettia to the left of the truck, I think I'm going to put 2 little leaves down there. That wreath comes with extra leaves so you can make it more dimensional. And there's one that's got a 2-leaf sprig, and I think I'm just going to tuck it right there while I am at it. But yeah, sometimes you gotta go back after you sit here and look at the video for a while, or at least I do. I was looking over there to the left, and it kind of looked blank, and y'all know I like green and greenery. So I decided to add just a wee bit more over there on the left, and I really like how it ended up. It wasn't intentional. I picked that one leaf up, and I thought, oh, it's got a nice little curve. I wonder if I could tuck it and curve up the tag. And yeah, I could, so I went for it and added another one of those little bitty poinsettias. I am going to add snowflakes around the layout. I'm going to tuck them under and lay them on top, and then put a couple, well, apparently just one, that is not exactly on top of anything else or touching anything else. I guess I'm done with this layout. So I want to be sure to mention that down there below you will find the links to MK, who is Some Assemblage Required, and Janet, who is Galaxy Girl Creations, plus everybody else that is joining in on this 14 days of Christmas. Some are doing it every day, which is my goal, and some are doing it whenever they can, but the links are all down there below, so be sure and check them out. And if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. And thank y'all for watching the video today. I appreciate that too. And I hope you get a few ideas that you want to try on one of your layouts. Check out the other videos in the links below, and I know you'll get even more. But I hope you find something new to try on your layouts. But have fun scrapping. Have a happy scrappy week. Bye.